Bases loaded, one out. Robin Ventura. A drive to right. Back to Georgia. Gone. A grand slam. What a scene at Shea.
Well, they will not let Robin Ventura run around the bases.
He's got to circle the bases for his grand slam to be official. I'm looking for the umpires, and they've left the scene. Have you ever seen anything like this?
Oh, Robin Ventura was deadly with the bases loaded during his 16-year player career. Hey, if you follow Oklahoma State Athletics on Twitter, you know that they covered against Baylor last night. And you also know that they have welcomed back Robin Ventura, the greatest hitter in college baseball history. That's a fact, by the way. Returns to the Cowboys dugout. He is back on campus. Hey, Robin, is this like Rodney Dangerfield and Back to School? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know if these kids have seen that movie, but I might be the Godfather or Thornton Mellon. We don't know yet. We're going to have to figure that out.
How long on the job are you? Have you settled in?
I've been here a week. Yeah, I mean, the baseball part of it is very normal. That part's been fun. I'm having to catch back up a bit to get into the schoolwork, though.
I think you're going to have to work on your triple Lindy, too, if you're going to do the Rodney Dangerfield.
I'm not that flexible, Ronnie. I'm not.
I didn't know the student assistant paid that much as an intern.
Yeah, I found out they don't pay. They don't pay. You pay. They don't pay.
So, I mean, it's interesting when we talk to guys like you who've had great careers in the big leagues, you've managed in the major leagues, there's probably a level of trapping that you're used to. Travel, hotels, etc. You're back on the bus. You're back in the Waffle House with a pocket full of meal money, getting after it, right?
Yeah, that top ramen at night is tough. I'm telling you, late nights of top ramen and reading. But yeah, I mean, nobody really. I don't know. What's the path? I mean, nobody really knows. I wanted something fun to do. I love this place. The people that are here. I get to come back and learn something that I want. You know, it's just I felt like kind of stretching it a bit, and talking to Josh, I was coming back to football games, barbecuing at a tailgate, and it was brought up. It was kind of funny at first, and then every time I'd run into Josh, it got a little more serious. I kept thinking about it, going, that would be really fun, and you could learn something and get your degree and. So the more I kept thinking about it, I'm like, I want to do this. And so when I talked to Josh about it, he's like, you're a little crazy, but yeah, absolutely.
The Josh that Robin refers to, Josh Holliday, who is Matt's younger brother, right? Is he as big and jacked as Matt?
He's older.
He's older, okay.
Yeah.
Bigger or smaller than Matt? I
would say shorter.
Shorter, but still probably jacked.
Yeah, he's good size.
They're all those Holiday boys are big.
There's no
right?
question. No
hey,
question.
Are you spending any of your time as they teach these young collegiate hitters, as the hitting coach is letting them know what they should be doing and looking for? Are you the translator at some point trying to make it simpler for them to figure out?
Well, I think both Matt and I are doing that. Yeah. I think, there's a lot that I think, we have a lot of similar ideas about hitting and what we think. So, I mean, that part's very easy. And I think you translate that over to, what these kids are learning, where they're at. I mean, everybody has a different level of experience and what they've been through and what they understand. So it's trying to get them all together of understanding just, the simple stuff. And everybody wants to learn so much about hitting, but sometimes it's about simplifying it and just taking it back to, ground zero and starting from there and just doing simple things that make you successful.
We talk about this a lot, Robin, because the game is being taught differently. Hitting specifically, you find the brain of a, 16 to 20-year-old collegiate hitter probably processing things differently based on all the information's out there. Has that been your experience early on in this job?
It is a little bit. I mean, they all go to camps and they've been all over the country hearing different things. And I think sometimes you can get paralyzed by having too much information and some of it being different. So, again, these guys, you just give them simple stuff and you're kind of working from the ground up and instead of, so far ahead. I think when, with big league guys, they've already kind of been through a period of adjustment and been through a lot of things, some that work, some that don't work in their hitting. So, they kind of have an idea where they want to be. These guys, they're still working on it. So there's some stuff to do.
As far as classes are concerned, are you sitting in front, in back? Are you trying to stay away from being the creepy old guy?
Yeah, I'm definitely staying away from being the creepy old guy. I sneak in there, just kind of slip in the back.
You are back to finish to get a degree as well. So you're in class and on the field.
Most of it's online. Let me get that straight.
Got it.
So most of it's online, and but yeah, I'm committed to come back and get a degree.
This is awesome. We were visiting about this during the commercial, but for our audience as well, because of your affiliation with the White Sox, I know that Hawk Harrelson being in the Hall of Fame is something that you celebrated along with us. And there's too many, and I'm sabotaging you with this, but give us a Hawk story that might be, fit for our audience's consumption. I'm putting you on the spot here.
I don't know if I have those, but I'm so excited for him. I think it's great. Long time coming, all that, but he just has so many. And I don't even want to do it just because I don't want to, have people think any different of him, because he's fantastic. I think I'm excited for him to go in.
A lot of the guys that are on the ballot as players, and we're going to learn about this today, Robin, are guys that you're super familiar with. I mean, I know that you probably are pro player for all these guys that are candidates, but do you have any sense for a guy like Schilling, Walker? Do you think this is the year? And how do you feel about the potential class of 2020?
Well, you look at all those guys. I think in my time, Larry was, he was the best hitter in the game for a while. I think that's, it's always tough. I think when you start putting out there that they have to be this generational or, I don't even know what they want to say, but these guys were really good. They're Hall of Fame players. That's the only way I can really describe it. I mean, Kurt was too. I mean, he was the guy at a couple different places, 3 different places that he was the guy. He was the guy you wanted to hand the ball to every 5 days, and in a tough game, you wanted him on the mound. So I think both those guys are deserving. I don't know if they'll get in, but in my book, playing against them, they're Hall of Famers.
Hey, Robin, we appreciate the time today, man.
I don't know about Jeter, though. I don't know about Jeter.
Yeah, he's a bubble guy for a lot of us. Yeah. we appreciate the time, man. Have fun back in school, man. This is a very cool thing, and we appreciate the visit.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks.
Robin Ventura joining us on the Tuesday program. One of the best, man.